The forces that are in the east, the Russian forces, are there mostly as a blocking force to keep occupied the Ukrainian forces in the east. The forces coming down from Belarus, that long column you were talking about, contains resupply vehicles, but also tanks and armored personnel carriers and soldiers. Part of their problem is that they have to clear the road. They can't just drive down the road because they're subject to ambush, improvised explosive devices, anti-tank weapons, and Ukrainian forces that are along the road. This takes time, and I don't think that the Russians are particularly skilled at doing that. They don't have a lot of experience in doing that. Their objective is ultimately to encircle, take Kiev, and if they can take it, which will be difficult in any case because fighting in cities is very, very tough. I know I've done it myself. They will encircle it and lay siege to it. Meanwhile, the rest of the column, the rest of the Russian forces will try to go south and link up with those forces that are coming up from Crimea. And the objective is to cut the country in half, thus isolating the Ukrainian forces in the east. But that's a long time from now, given the tenacity of the Ukrainians. But it's really important that the resupply that we are going to give them, the West is going to give them anti-aircraft weapons, anti-tank weapons, and more ammunition, which the Ukrainians desperately need, gets to them before the Russian forces get past Kiev and start linking up down to the south. Once that happens, it will be difficult, if not impossible, to resupply the Ukrainians, Martin.
Colonel, I'd argue that maybe they need to stop this convoy even before it manages to take Kiev. No, I mean, that's the capital of the seat of government. Zelensky is there. And if you believe that Putin's ultimate aim is regime change, apparently there are reports that there are up to, 200 Russian special agents and special forces in the capital hunting for Zelensky and his family to take him out now.
Yeah, and it's difficult to find them, too. I mean, operating in cities is extremely difficult. One of the reasons that the Russians still have not tried to absolutely level the place is because it will be tough once they take it to fight there. It's a difficult place to defend. I mean, to attack, and easy to defend, as Russians should know from their experience in Stalingrad during the Second World War. With respect to attacking the convoy, what's required there are Ukrainian aircraft and indirect fire like missiles and artillery. And unfortunately, the Ukrainians don't have sufficient amounts of them or air superiority in order to do that. So that's going to be touch and go. Still, you're absolutely correct. That convoy are sitting targets. And if the Ukrainians can have enough weapons to bring enough weapons to bear on that convoy, they're liable to wind up stopping it long enough so that the Ukrainian army can get resupplied by the West.